congratulations, first of all, Coach of the Month. You're now the longest-serving Brisbane Roar Women's Head Coach. Couple that with what was a remarkable win on Wednesday night. It's safe to say a very, very good week.
Yeah, it's really hard to win on the road in this country, in this league. The flights are long, the travel's pretty taxing. So anytime you get a win away from home, especially like that, I thought it was a pretty dominating performance. Really pleasing, and yeah, all the individual stuff is sort of by the by. It's about the team, and it's about what we're trying to do as a program, and yeah, just really pleased with the result and the performance. And we get ready to travel again tomorrow.
In your tenure, would that win on Wednesday night, would that be probably one of your most satisfying and probably memorable wins, given everything that's going on at the moment with injuries, with and transfers as well? How would that rate?
Yeah, I suppose from the outside, maybe that's what it probably looks like. But for us, it's really just sort of next woman up and next person in. The amount of people that we've had missing, and obviously with Leah leaving day before the game, I could see how it was. It was probably from the outside, it looks like it was a really compelling win, but don't really have that feeling inside the camp, which is a good thing. So for us, it's just about sticking to our principles, sticking to our structure, and continuing to carry on in the same vein that we've been going with, which is. Continue to win those second balls, continue to be on the front foot, fight for everything, and then, just sticking to the game plan and executing.
This time last year, it was just a very similar situation as far as the injury front goes. Unfortunately, losing 𝗠𝘁𝗰𝗵 again to injury. But this feels different this year. What do you put that down to? Is it lessons learned, or is it something about this character of the squad that you put together? Because it seems very, very different, given that you are now 7 games unbeaten.
Yeah, I think a bit of both. I think I learned a lot from last year. Obviously, that was a bit crazy last year as well, and I think a lot went into recruitment this year in terms of the overall squad and I guess the characters that we brought in terms of being able to step up at a moment's notice, which essentially Ava did yesterday or day before, sorry, without having any tactical prep or having ever played as a center in a back three. So I thought she was fantastic for the circumstances, and a lot of it came down to who we brought in, across the squad, and then obviously a little bit of lessons learned last year with rotation and just really having the trust in everybody.
𝗠𝘁𝗰𝗵 probably had her finest game. It's also as well, we know how good she is as a player, long shot specialist, and also obviously heading goals in. But as a captain, has she shown that leadership quality that you sort of expected from her, especially with Tamika sort of sideline long term?
Yeah, Momo's she's a fantastic individual. She's a special person. Doesn't necessarily lead by saying much. Her English is still not 100%, but Momo's one of those that leads by example. Never stops running, cramps every game, but keeps going, and is always the one on the front foot, trying to win the ball back. So she's someone who takes the burden of the captaincy pretty seriously. So for her, it's just about playing her normal game, and I think now she's had a few games as captain, and she's finally comfortable, and you're going to see that hopefully come through in the rest of the season. And couldn't be happier for her. She's probably the nicest player in the entire league. So yeah, we're all thrilled for her to get a couple of goals, and 3 points was great.
Daisy Brown as well, four goals now in her young early career. She actually did an interview post game on the show, and just to how understated she is and sort of how relaxed. Is that something that sort of you identify her characteristics, and is she like that? So I guess in private, she came across as someone that is very understated, very humble, and willing to sort of learn, and more so importantly, identify that's more about the team than herself.
Yeah, it's something we preach all the time, right? Team first, and Daisy embodies that. For a young player to have that kind of attitude. It shows me that she's one for the future. It's a coach's dream to hear that she doesn't celebrate because she thinks she's doing her job, which that's essentially what it is to be a striker. You need to score goals, and she's doing that pretty much every game now. So I'm very happy for her. You know, another one off the production line at QAS and coming up through the system in Queensland. So, you know, it's really pleasing on a lot of fronts. She just now needs to keep consistent, keep working hard, which I have no doubt she will. And yeah, she's a great kid, and we're all really, really happy for her.
Looking ahead, Melbourne City, top of the ladder game. It was almost a deja vu that you had this back in 2024. With Melbourne City struggling at the moment, I don't think they've actually ever lost 3 games before in their entire history. Is it a big task to go down onto their patch and at least take something away from that and stay in the premiership race?
Yeah, I think so. I think, as I said, every away trip's a really big task in this league. You know, anybody can beat anybody. We saw that last weekend with Western Sydney beating Melbourne City. So, you know, we'll prepare as we always do. We'll go down there. We're going to fight. We're going to give it our best shot, and the cards will fall where they may. But yeah, look, it's a really level league this year. So, you know, we've just got to continue to fight, put our best foot forward. And then, you know, what happens will happen. But yeah, certainly catching them at a good time. I think last year they had a week off when we played them as our 3rd game in 7 or 8 days, whereas I think we're sort of level around that now. So it should be a good contest. I'm really looking forward to it. On the plane tomorrow and getting ready for Sunday.
And just finally as well, you're obviously on the road, you harbour no fears. As well, playing at a new venue, I don't think you yourself obviously spent a lot of time there, but going to 𝗠𝘁𝗰𝗵 whatever it's called, is there any fears going on the road, or is it just a case of getting out there playing?
Yeah, no fear at all. There's literally no fear in this team, which is what I love. Really love coming to work every day with all these individuals and this squad and the staff. You know, the way that we've stuck together and the resiliency that we've shown has been a real joy to see, with all the injuries and you know, transfers and the scheduling has just been out of this world. So we certainly have no fear, and we'll be going down there with every intention of coming back with 3 points.